Hi guys, this is Alicia from workersonboard.com. Today I want to give you guys a couple of tips or a few tips for your resume and your interview if you get to that point when you are applying for several companies to work from home and you go through this process. These tips are designed to help you guys to increase your chances of getting a work at home job. I've had a lot of questions, emails about, this particular subject. So I thought that I would take the time today to share with you guys some things that I've learned that I could pass along to you guys to help you guys hopefully get that work at home job or get that job that you're looking for. I do want to make a reminder before I get into that about on the 25th of this month for you guys to attend that work at home virtual job fair for Nucor. They're hiring customer service reps to work from home. Just a reminder, it's going to be at 12 p.m. So if you guys, have some time available and you want to participate in this job fair, make sure you do that for Nucor. At the end of the video, I'm going to talk about a couple of companies that are hiring as well, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So now I'm going to get into the tips that I mentioned earlier. First of all, you guys, I wrote a lot of different things down, and hopefully I won't be too long-winded, but I want to share with you guys everything so that I won't leave out anything to help you guys in this aspect of getting a work at home job. So first of all, these tips are designed, like I said, to increase your chances. There is a lot of competition, as you guys probably already know, in the work at home job market for a lot of different reasons. A lot of people want to work from home. That's a goal or desire of theirs, and they have everything they need to do it. And so employers receive a lot of applicants, and they probably get, I'm sure, a lot of resumes from qualified candidates to work from home. So how can you make your resume stand out? What can you do to improve your chances of getting that work at home job? That's what I'm going to be discussing with you guys today. So first, I want to talk to you guys about your resume. That resume that you send to that company for that potential job that you're looking to get hired from is so critical. The reason for that is because they are not able to see you in person, and so this resume is going to be reflective of you and represent you. So with that in mind, what you guys want to do is make sure that your resume is up to date, that there are no gaps if at all possible. If make sure that you fill in those gaps if you can. Also make sure that if you worked from home for a company before and it was a seasonal or temporary work at home job, make sure you let them know that. Make sure you tell them if it lasted for 6 weeks or if it lasted for 3 months or for 6 months. In that way, they'll be able to see that you did fulfill or complete your assignment. You didn't quit the job. It only lasted temporarily for a short period of time. So make sure you do that. And also, for those of you guys who don't have any experience whatsoever, say you've never worked before in your life or you've never even worked from home, what could you possibly do to put on your resume that would help you or increase your chances of getting that work at home job? Some things that you guys could put down there if you've done this before is, for example, say you've sold Avon or Mary Kay out of your home and you did this for about 5 years. You could put that on your resume. If you cut hair or did people's hair from your home for 2 years, you could write that down. If you bake cakes or cookies and sold them, make them from your home and then sold them, you could do that as well. Or if you've worked in lawn care or done garden work, you could possibly put that down. If you've made jewelry or crafts from your home and then you sold them online on Etsy or different places for a couple of years, put that down, because employers are looking for people who are disciplined and dependable. And this discipline is something that you really can't teach. So if you put those things down, that shows them that you're capable of being able to work independently on your own. And Those are some things that you can put down. That is something that they're looking for. If you're able to work on your own, by yourself, from your home, you've already done this already. So even though you think that you may not have experience, you really do, especially if you've done some of these things that I talked about, like selling Avon or cutting hair or doing different things like that out of your home, especially if you've done it on, you know, long term and on a regular basis. That will give you an edge over your competition as well. Now, as far as your resume, there's some other things that I wanted to tell you guys about as well too. If you don't have a current or up-to-date resume, there are some free resources that you guys can try. For example, you can go to your local library. They have a resume builder and they can even assist you with that. Or you can go to the unemployment office, your local unemployment office, and they will help you with that. And so that doesn't have to be a barrier for you. You can try those. You don't have to necessarily pay to get a resume, completed for you so that you can send to employers to work from home. Also, when you get to the point in the process of possibly your first interview from a company, a question that they could possibly ask you at some point, they may ask you why you want to work from home, because they're trying to, see what your reason is for doing this. And some of the things that you guys would definitely want to mention to them as far as that is concerned is that it's going to, for example, gas is high. It's like around $4 a gallon, depending upon where you live. It could be higher than that. But you could mention that, and that, the high price of gas is one reason why you want to work from home. Also, and you could save up, really, if you figure it all up and add it all up, you could save a lot of money by avoiding paying gas to drive back and forth to work. So that's one of the things that you want to mention to them. And also you could mention that it would, prevent you from not having to commute and drive back and forth to work. It'll save you time because you won't be in traffic. That's another thing that you want to make sure you tell them. And that it'll avoid wear and tear on your car. Those are some of the things that they're looking for when they're asking you why you want to work from home. Now, a note that I'll put down here for you guys is that if you take care of small children or your parents that could possibly be elderly, and that's one reason why you want to work from home, you don't necessarily have to mention that, and I'm going to tell you why. I think it's very noble and honorable to do this. But from an employer standpoint, they want to see if you're going to be dependable and reliable. And just because you care for small children or your elderly parents doesn't mean that you're not dependable or reliable. But from their aspect or point of view, they may think that it could be difficult for you to commit to a schedule, and because you have so many responsibilities. So just a tip for you guys, you don't have to mention those things. You can, avoid mentioning that. You could just focus on how it will save you time and how you'll save money, from working from home and not having to commute and drive back and forth to work. So that's why I mentioned that. Also, I forgot to mention one thing, other things that you can put on your resume for you guys, to help you guys if you're trying to figure out, what can I put on my resume? I don't know what to put. Here's some things you can put on there as well. You can put that you've taken online classes. Employers like that. They like that you're doing something from home online. You're doing classes. Any work at home experience that you have, you can put that down. Call center experience, home-based experience, and any previous work experience. Make sure you put all of those things down there, and that will help you guys with your resume as well when you go to do that. Also, some requirements, because a lot of times with a lot of companies, the majority of companies, there are going to be some basic requirements that you will need. And if you can meet those requirements beforehand, then that would prevent you from not being able to get the job and then getting discouraged, which I hope you guys, I know there's a lot of discouragement in working from home. Like I said, there's a lot of competition, but if you meet the requirements beforehand, you can eliminate this point, that having to go through this, so some of the things that most companies will require, this is just a general a list, but if there's a specific company that you're interested in applying for, it's always best to go to their official website and to read those requirements beforehand to make sure you meet them. So most companies require that you have a dedicated workspace, an area or room in your home where you can devote to working from home. And if you are going to be talking to customers over the telephone, especially if this is the case, or in customer service work, then you want to make sure that it's a quiet work environment. So that's one thing that you want to have. And also make sure that you have high speed or a broadband internet connection. A lot of companies require that. A Windows operating system, XP or higher if you have that, so that your computer is up to date. Internet has to be hardwired. No Wi-Fi. A lot of companies do not want you to be on Wi-Fi. It may not be stable internet connection. That's the reason for that. So make sure that it is hardwired to your computer. If you're going to be doing customer service or any kind of job, like I said before, where you're going to be talking to customers over the telephone, they may require that you have basic landline phone, meaning no call waiting, no call forwarding, no three-way, just your basic phone service where you can possibly make long distance calls. So as well as they also may require that you have a headset. So just keep that in mind, and possibly a surge protector in case for some reason the power goes out, there's a bad storm or whatever. So those are just some tips that I wanted to share with you guys, to pass along to you guys. I know, like I said, there's a lot of companies hiring, but the competition can be fierce. And so this is one way for you guys, to help you guys increase your chances of getting this work at home job, hopefully. Now, if you guys have been hired recently, or you guys have are going through, the process of like interview and our second interview, let me know. Leave me some comments below. Let me know how that's going with your work at home journey. I want to keep up to date with you guys. And also, I wanted to tell you guys that U-Haul, they have a lot of work at home jobs available, and you need to, if you're at least 16 years old, you can work for this company. They require that you be at least 16. So for those who are teenagers and want to work from home, this is a company that you may want to try. I will have the link below this video for you guys to go to their website and read over their requirements, and you can apply online to this company as well. And then you guys make sure you go to the weekly job section of workersonboard.com today. I am going to post brand new work at home jobs for you guys later on today, so you guys can check those out and read those. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you share it with your friends so that they can help them if they want to work from home as well, and pass along these tips to them. And I'm going to make another video this Friday, so make sure you guys check out for that. And like I said, don't forget about that work at home virtual job fair for Newcorp on the 25th at 12 p.m. Thanks for watching, and check out for my next video.